You're now watching a clip from the MarcWes Sports Podcast.
Was the Chiefs and the Browns.
Yep.
That game is big because Cleveland, they loaded up. They loaded up with, some players. They already had a squad already. And, we both love Baker Mayfield. We're both fans of the kid. We like the brashness, the arrogance and the gunslinger mentality, which he's been kind of toning it down a little bit because, sometimes he gets too much and he throws interceptions, but he's been toning it down last season. They should have won the game against Kansas City, but Chad Henne, remember that? Chad Henne came into the game and won the game for the Kansas City Chiefs, which is just
another slap on the face to the
crazy. I mean, I wasn't watching the game. I forgot what I was doing at the time. I wasn't watching it, but I heard about it. And I was just like, what? I think I was at a Hurricanes game because I think it was on a Saturday. I think it was on a Saturday and I was doing something. And I heard about it. Like the reporters around me were telling me it was like Chad Henne's in the game. I was like, Chad Henne? He still plays? He still plays?
Yes.
And he's helping them win the game against the Browns, the vaunted defense of the Browns. So that taste in the Browns' mouth is still fresh. And they've been thinking about this game all season, but these are the Chiefs, though. This is Patrick Mahomes. This is Tyreek Hill. This is Travis Kelce. Arguably the best players at their respective positions, or at least top two, or three. So it's going to be a great game. And it's the late game. It's at 4:25 on Sunday. So it's after it's playing at the same time as the Dolphins game. Dolphins game is a late game, 4:30, which we don't like. We like the early games. Yes. But anyway, so I'll be watching probably back and forth on Red Zone, but mostly the Dolphin game. Probably have the split screen or how we do. Mm-hmm. But it's Kansas City minus 5.5. So they're favored by basically 6 points to win the game, which I think sounds about right considering what happened last season. But if I'm betting on this game, I'm betting the Browns, just because they added Jadeveon Clowney. They still have Myles Garrett. They still had the young boy from Miami, Olivier Vernon.
Olivier Vernon. They got. They still got the tight end from the University of Miami.
They still got David Njoku. They still got David Njoku, and I believe they got Hayden Hurst also at tight end. So OBJ is supposed to be finally back. You still have Jarvis Landry, a wide receiver,
the slot king.
So and let's not talk about the running backs, which is probably their strongest. You got Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb as your running backs. I mean, those are two number one running backs on a team. And I love Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb is like one of my favorite running backs just to watch. He's just a really good player. He's physical. He'll take you on and he'll make you miss. Very decisive on where he wants to run. He's just a great player to watch play. So I'm kind of a fan of the Browns. I just like their team overall. I'm not a fan of OBJ. He's like the one player I'm not really a fan of. If anybody knows me, they always know I'm always clowning at OBJ. He's a crier. He's just mellow, dramatic. He's a prima donna. He's a diva. Everything you want to call him, he's that. And I'm just not a fan of this kid at all. But everybody else on the team, I am pretty much a fan of. So I'm going with the Browns to make the spread, but I still think Kansas City wins the game. I still think Kansas City wins the game by a field goal, but this is the game to watch if you're not a Dolphins fan.
Yeah, definitely. I totally agree with everything that you're saying. Like, I really feel like the Jadeveon Clowney will definitely have a good game. Why? Not just a good game, but a good season, because you got the other guy on the other side. and all the attention is going to go to him. So, you're basically going to be in a lot of one-on-ones on your side. And I think that you can win a lot of those one-on-ones. Again, you got the Njokus, you got the Chubbs, you got Baker Mayfield. And of course, like you said, he's toned it down as far as being a gunslinger, and it wound up being his best season, last year, being more aware, being more of a, but again, I like the bravado that he gives. I like that. I want to see that from my quarterbacks. It make one of the defense want to clock you, take you out the game, because I still do think that there's bounties in the NFL. They just don't say it, because I do think that some people be trying to get certain players out of the game. But yeah, back to Kansas City. Kansas City, you got Kelsey, you got arguably one of the best, if not the best quarterback in the league right now with Patrick Mahomes, as far as with how he has these magical trick throws. He find a way to make it work, things that they always told you not to do. He's doing it and he's making it work, and he's making these people that naysayers seem stupid. It's like, yo, all this time y'all been saying not to do this, and he's doing it, and it's working for him. You got one of the best offensive-minded coaches in Andy Reid. You got arguably the fastest wide receiver with Tyreek Hill in the game. And not just that, you shored up that O-line. You shored up that O-line. You're going to give him a lot more time in the pocket, of course, and that's not what you want to do. You do not want to give a good team, a good quarterback, more time in the pocket. You're just giving him more time to pick you apart. So if I was Cleveland Browns, I would definitely be rushing and attacking him as much as you can. Try to injure him, not for the season, but take him out the game, hit him, make him think about everything before he actually does it. Because, once you give that quarterback confidence, especially a young quarterback, it's lights out for you. So for me personally, I really think that the Cleveland Browns and Baker Mayfield need to, in the beginning, probably be that gunslinger, kind of be like Dak Prescott, throwing the ball a lot more, because Kansas City can score anytime, anywhere, quick as fuck. So if you're thinking you're winning and you leave them time like Tom Brady, and they find a way to win because they got fast receivers that can go ahead and just bomb you with one play. So Chubb will not be a factor early on. Of course, you're going to try to establish the run, but again, ain't no establishing the run if you give Kansas City 7 points, 14 points automatically, and it's 14-0 or 14-3. You need to make sure that you stay on pace with what Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid is doing. So you need to go ahead and make sure you probably score first. And if you don't score first, if Kansas City actually scores first, keep up with them. All them field goals ain't working. You need a lot of time to catch up from them, because you're a different type of offense. You are like a running offense first, and then you pass. That kind of helped Baker Mayfield also, because when he was the gunslinger in the beginning and not really running the ball, y'all was losing a lot of the games that y'all should have actually won. Please, at this particular time, don't run the ball. Run the ball, but do what Dallas tried to do. Dallas didn't use Zeke so much, too much in the game, like Marcus alluded to. He had like 10 carries. And the reason why is because of who he was playing. So you need to have that same mentality. If you have a decent score lead, two possession lead, run the ball. Waste as much time as you can and call it a day. But for me, I really think it's going to be a close game anyway, because I think these teams are evenly matched. And yeah, Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes have a great offense, but I think Cleveland got a decent defense. Patrick Mahomes is not gonna have that time. Like we said, they got two great DNs on the team. I think they drafted a corner. I don't remember the corner name. He was a rookie. He should be a rookie this season, but I think they drafted a corner, which they probably attack. but they drafted him high. So, I really think that the defense will work with what they're actually doing. So for me, I think it's going to be a close game. I think that it should probably be same score like the Dolphins, but I'm going to go with the score 34-30 Kansas City.
Okay, that sounds pretty much on point.